Right, it's a fine sunny night here in Aberdeenshire, so the rain's off. Let's have a wee poke about these casks here, shall we, and tell you what we've got. That's the one that we went and picked up last week from Speyside Cooperage. That's a nice bit of wood, that. PX cask. Expensive, eh? About 900 quid nearly for one of these nowadays, plus taxes. So, you know, good wood. Not cheap for making good whiskey, is it? These are Blether first fill bourbon casks. They'll be refill, 200 litres. They'll make a real bonny whiskey. Just need a bit more time with those than you would with a first fill, but they're really good casks. Another thing we really like, we make sure we put a wee X on and make sure we get that filled again. So it'll probably be new make spirit going into those. This is the white port cask that we had the Brave Isle in. It's not a cask you see very often. Barrique, 220 litres, so something in volume between. And you learn quite quickly that 250 litre casks don't fit into 225 litre casks when you're doing finishes. Just, you know, that happens. You get a wet floor. But that was full maturation. It'll be used again probably for full maturation or maybe like an extended finish. Could be 6-8 years as an extended finish, but we'll see. I haven't got a plan for that yet, but something interesting will come in the next couple of days and we'll get it filled. Don't want it going spoiled. These are top drilled horrible bastard things, these, like, you know, these bloody palletised nonsense, like, you know, pain in the arse for working like here. Get much more evaporation with a palletised stock. Don't do it. These things are pain in the backside, so yeah. We won't use these again, but they're good wood. The wood is good. I think these will go to a brewery or something like that, you know. So there's that. There's one of these random barriques from a Highland Park. Again, we won't use that again, but that'll make somebody a good beer. That's the cognac. A bonny looking thing, that, isn't it? The hazel on it. That was 31 years old when we bottled it, but it's probably a good bit older, that, I would say. Wee sherry cask there, another wee wine cask there. Got some more sherry casks. These are little octaves. These just came from the cooperage in Keith. So we've got European oak octaves and we've got some first fill octaves. We've got some American oak octaves, and we're going to split some butts and fill those. I don't really use these for full maturation. They're more for like divvying up bigger casks. So we're going to do a bottling for a club or a shop or a market or something like that. Makes it a wee bit easier, and you can still get something that's unique then and a bit special. Got something quite cool coming. I swapped the boy at the cooperage in Keith to get me a hybrid octave, so kind of new staves and used staves, different char levels, and one end brand new wood and one end refill wood, so that'd be quite exciting. See what that does. And then these as well, they're from the cooperage in Keith, Oakwood Cooperage. Andy brought them over here, good lad. 500 litres these are puncheons, they're not butts. See, they're a bit dumpier, they're shorter, and they're fatter. A bit like me. They'll be used for vatting. So we're vatting Aberdeenshire single malt just now, so mixing bourbon and Oloroso casks, and then they'll just rest in one of these. Going to try this for batch 2, so we'll see how we get on. So we'll have 1,000 litres between these two and 1,000 litres between the other ones. And that's the kind of casks that are worth hanging on to. And then over here, it's a fine sunny night, we'll just make the most of it, you know. These are all dead casks, these. So that's our North British ones. Mind that one, they were good. There's just nothing left to give in these. The wood is gone. And there's been a few leakers and so on in here as well, so this will be stuff that we're not going to use again. These butts over here, that was a great big leaky blight and everything, that Royal Brackla, that, so it's in 2 bourbon casks instead now. Yeah, there's another one of these. That was the Ardlair, was in that, another cognac cask. Bonny things, like. And then this was batch 2 of a vermouth cask gin that we did for Taiwan, that one. So, but you wouldn't want to put that near a whiskey now, it would be a very bad idea. So yeah, these will become bits for the pizza oven and maybe planters for Chris's garden. It's got a lot of planting to do, like, You get a lot of begonias in that. There you go. We tour of the casks outside. They're all empty. We'll fill these ones up quite soon. Cheerio.